last night before we started the fast. So we said we're going to check the phones to make sure that we don't have the news yet from Eretz Yisrael that Mashiach is here. I'm still hoping for it, but until then, I'm going to try to focus on Tisha B'Av. I'm going to try to focus on the insights of Tisha B'Av. The Divrei Yativ said there's a mitzvah of Talmud Torah today, like every day. I was thinking this morning, I was making the Birkas HaTorah, Asher Kiddushanu Mitzvot Tzivanu Lasok B'Divrei Torah V'Harav No Hashem Elokeinu Divrei Seirocho B'Finu. Make it sweet. V'Nianachnu V'Tzitzeinu V'Tzitzeinu V'Tzamcho Beis Yisrael Kulan Yoidei Shmecha. We should all know your name. I think that bracha says it all. Why is that? Last night, we were speaking before we started Mara, before we started Kinos, before we started Eicha. I said sometimes people think, or they say, do I really want the Beis HaMikdash? I want to be busy with rams, goats, turtle, doves. That's what that's what we're crying about. It's so difficult to feel, it's so difficult to cry. In the introduction, actually, to the keynotes from Art School, Rabbi Foyer, should be healthy. So he has a beautiful Agdam, and he writes something so profound. He says, every holiday has something special, unique to it. Rosh Hashanah has the Shofar, Sukkot has the Sukkah, of course, and the Lulav, and the Esrog, etc. What's unique? What's the personification of Tisha B'Av? So he writes, and also is based on of Shimshon Fal Hirsch, he says, Tisha B'Av is about tears. It's about crying. Shimshon Fal Hirsch said that tears is the sweat of the soul. So people, when it's difficult today, who's able to cry and feel Chuban Beis HaMikdash? It just feels so much lighter. It's hard to relate, to get emotional. Unless there's a good movie, a good film, some good music in the background, and a good story. So I took out a list last night, a very quick list that I wrote maybe in 35 seconds, maybe in a minute. I started reading the list of what it means for the Beis HaMikdash to be built, of what it means for 1 second to get that announcement, to get the Tkab Shofar Gadol Achilsin, to hear the sounding of the Shofar. And then, at that moment, and every one of us has that list, in that moment, all challenges are going to disappear. That's what it means. And I went through the list of Shalom Bayis problems that people have, of parnasa that people have, of overdoses, children just leaving the world, of parents having to sit shiva for overdoses, for children that are in a lost place, for people that are lost on the internet, for people that are in such turmoil and anxiety and depression. All that. It's not so difficult to cry. We forget that that's what this Chuban represents. It's part of the Chuban. It's part of the lack of Shechina. So when we say Kulani Yodei Shemecha in the bracha of Birkas HaTorah, think Kulani Yodei Shemecha, we're all going to know your name. We're going to have such clarity. In 1 second, Hashem's going to say, you had a kasha, you didn't understand the Holocaust, you didn't understand your suffering, in 1 second it's going to be clarified. That's just a little bit of what it's all about. It's good to read the Rambam, a little bit of Chizuk, the Rambam in Perek Yud and Yud Aleph. Hilchos Malachim, the Rambam discusses what it means to have Mashiach. And he says, don't be so busy about what exactly is going to happen. That's Ma'aseh Tipshim, it's foolish. Rambam says, we don't exactly know. But one thing we do know, it's going to be peaceful. No more revenge. No more suffering. No more subjugation, no more harassing, no more. It's all over. Just peace. Just everyone focus on getting closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom and having clarity. That's what it's about. No animals. No bears, no scary snakes, kids. Especially in Eretz Yisrael, the Radak says it's going to be miraculous. So the difference between Eretz and all the other places is that it's true. What the words of the prophet is true. It's going to happen. That's what it means to have Mashiach. That's what it means that today, if you could still bring Mashiach, we could still bring Mashiach. We're going to be out of all this suffering, and it's going to be so worthwhile. That's it. Just think about your pain. And it's not so hard to cry. Think about other people's pain. It's not so hard to cry. Think about the fact how much blood is being spilt every single day. Hashem should bless us that we should hear Tka b'shoifar Godel l'cheuseinu. Have a yontif today.